You know what really gets under my skin? It's this idea, this very toxic idea, that once you're born in the hood, you're stuck there. That your life is already locked in, like there's no way out, no reset button, no chance to dream of something bigger than what your environment is. People keep acting like your environment defines your whole future. Like if you grow up around violence, then that's all you'll ever know, and all you will ever aspire to be. But in Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds, that line gets broken, and it starts with Uncle Mark. People might say Uncle Mark's just another part of this cycle, just another product of the streets. Some people might even think he's trying to drag Will into that same mess he got himself into, that he's part of the reason Will thinks you don't leave the hood. But if you're really paying attention, if you're really reading what he says, you'll see that Uncle Mark had dreams. Real, huge, ambitious dreams. He says it himself. Uncle Mark once wanted to be a filmmaker, saying that he wanted to be a director. It's not some small-time fantasy, you know. That's a whole life he imagined outside the streets for himself. He didn't want to die on the block. He wanted his name in credits, on screens, in stories. That tells me one thing. Uncle Mark knew there was more in this life. He saw that another life was possible. People who push the "you can't escape what you're born into" line just don't get it, honestly. That kind of thinking, that's the trap that they put themselves into psychologically. That's the reason these people give up. But Uncle Mark, even though he didn't make it out himself, he was trying to tell Will something. He was saying, don't follow me. Don't follow in my footsteps. This ain't your scene, Will. This is mine. I see it. I live it. That quote hits me. Uncle Mark is looking at Will in the face and saying, you still got a shot. You still got a choice. He's not proud of his scene. He's not glorifying it. He's warning him. That's why Uncle Mark has the biggest impact on Will, because he forces Will to think about where he's headed and whether he actually wants to end up in the same place. Now let's get that into the real gut punch of a quote. Uncle Mark used to tell me, the only thing that's stoppable is a bullet. Do you just get how deep that is, honestly? It's not just about dying. It's about what violence does to people. How it shuts down everything, not just life, but all possibility. Dreams, emotion, future. That bullet just doesn't stop your heart. It stops your story. Uncle Mark knew that, and he wanted Will to understand that thought before it was too late. And then there's this one, which honestly gives me chills. Uncle Mark used to tell me to never let the streets take me. That's hope. That's love. That's legacy for their family. Uncle Mark is reaching through his own mistakes and telling Will, don't let this place define you. That message sticks. Oh. It's not just something...
Don't let this place define you.
It's not just something that Will hears. It changes him. Because if Will really believed he couldn't escape the hood, that there was no way out, he wouldn't be thinking so hard in that elevator. But he is thinking. He's questioning. He's playing every moment, every voice, every warning, and the loudest one, it's Uncle Mark. Now, let me be real about the counter-argument people love to throw around. You can never leave what you were born into. And a lot of times people can say that. What kind of lie is that, though? People say it's like a fact, but all it really is fear. It's the excuse people use to justify giving up, to stay in pain, because breaking free is hard and it's not easy. But just because it's hard doesn't mean it is impossible. That lie keeps people from even trying to do better. But Will, he's not falling for it. He's standing out in that elevator with ghosts. And instead of blindly following the rules, he's actually listening. He's thinking about what kind of man he wants to be. And Uncle Mark, despite being part of the same streets, becomes the one who pushes Will to see beyond the walls he was born in. Uncle Mark is proof that you can have dreams, even in a world that tries to crush them. He might not have made it out, but he left something behind. A message. A warning, a challenge. And Will, he's holding on to that message. You can feel it. He's not just a kid on a revenge mission anymore. He's a young man, standing at the edge of two paths, and the voice pushing him forward towards something better, toward breaking the cycle. It's Uncle Mark. So no! I don't buy that the lie in the hood is a trap that you can never escape. And if Long Way Down teaches us anything, is that real power isn't in the gun. It is in the choice not to pull the trigger. The real strength in changing the narrative, that's why Uncle Mark wanted it, and that's what Will is starting to realize. And that's the truth that's louder than any bullet.